Is Kelly Green Week here in Philadelphia. We are welcoming back not only fan favorite Brandon Graham, but fan favorite jerseys for the Philadelphia Eagles as well. Now, I've had a mixed relationship in terms of what I actually think about wearing the Kelly Greens. On one hand, they're absolutely freaking beautiful. On the other, they really never won a damn thing. I guess we could go back to 1960. But in the era that everyone is so wistful for, the Vermeil and the Buddy Ryan eras, they really never won a freaking thing, whereas in the Midnights, they've been to 4 and won 2 Super Bowls. They're the jerseys of the Lurie era, and the Lurie era is the greatest era of sustained success in franchise history. But with uniforms, it's about both the memories and the look, right? It's a bit of both, I suppose. And there's a lot of people a little bit older than Tyler and I that have tremendous memories in Kelly Greens and in those old school jerseys, even though maybe the seasons were ultimately disappointing. They love the makeups of those teams. They love the players on those teams. My dad still yearns for the days of Buddy Ryan, even as the team has had infinitely more success in like the 30 years since then. I've had a few go-to Kelly Greens that I've worn. I wore the 2010 opening day version that they wore against the Packers, that 1960 championship anniversary jersey. It was an 87 Selleck. Wore that for years. And now I go back and forth between a Kelly BG and a white Jalen Hurts. And I think it's good to make nods to the past, to recognize it, even though some version of the midnight green has been what they've worn for like 30 years. I think they made the switch in 95 or 96. And at the end of the day, the Kellys are cool as hell, and the fans absolutely love them. Go to any Eagles or Eagles adjacent event. Ava hosts a bunch of things. There'll be a Quizzo tonight. Anyone in Eagles gear, at least half, will be wearing the old Eagle with the ball or the Kelly Green of some sort. People love the brighter, bolder green and that old school Eagle. Not to mention, and perhaps most importantly, in recent history, Eagles are 4-0 in those throwbacks since bringing them back in 2023. So there appears to be some correlation between looking good, feeling good, and playing good. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to Philadelphia, presented by our friends at Bet Parks. My name is Bill Matz. I'm your director of fun and games for the afternoon. Joining me live in the Xfinity Lounge, it is the host of the PHLY Phillies show and my producer, Tyler Zulli. What's going on today, Tyler?
I needed this fun conversation today, Bill, after the nonsense that I had to deal with the Philly show today.
I was honestly going to do something on that today, the Bryce Harper stuff.
Thank you for not.
They might trade him. And then you and I were talking about it before the show, and obviously, you just did an hour on it. I was like, this is, why? Why would we spend 90 minutes of our airtime here at PHLY on something that you and I know is kind of asinine? Literally.
We know that.
Literally.
Everybody in the chat knows that.
If the conversation was about anyone else on the roster, they might not bring him back. They might move on. They might look to trade him. I go, yeah, okay. There's a better chance they trade their manager or the owner trades teams with somebody. That yeah, man, you take the Phils, I'll take the Cardinals and a player to be named later. That, I'd be like, all right, yeah, there's a better chance of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put Tyler through it. So we're going to have some fun today. We are doing a Jersey-based show based on some of our favorite looks in sports. And I got this, I came up with this because, listen, it is Kelly Green week, and the Kelly Greens are cool as hell. That's ultimately where I come down is, yeah, the Midnights, I mean, they've worn them in all 4 Super Bowls they've been to in this century, and they've won, obviously, the 2 in them. They have their place. I don't think they're getting replaced anytime soon. It is nice twice a year to go with the Kellys. The black jerseys eventually grew on me, but if we have to have one alternate, give me the Kelly Greens all freaking day. And in hockey, we got a pretty interesting announcement yesterday. So the Carolina Hurricanes for a few years now have been doing a throwback jersey because they were originally the Hartford Whalers, and a couple of times a year, they break out the Hartford Whaler stuff. Every hockey fan loves Hartford Whaler gear. And the Avalanche started doing it with the Nordiques. Well, guess what? They're going to play each other. They face off twice this season, and they're going to play each other in those throwbacks in both games, which is pretty freaking cool, I think. These are 2 of the best all-time looks in hockey. The logos, the colors, the fact that they're the way they're going to look on the ice matched up. Great look, but when you see that, Tyler, like, listen, I don't care about like Quebec all that much, but like Hartford, those people still yearn for the days of the Whalers. They feel that team got ripped away from them. And listen, I heard someone talking yesterday, like, dog, you know, they've now been in Carolina longer than they are ever in Hartford. It's kind of time to close the door on, they had that team ripped away from them. Like, I don't know, they've won a Stanley Cup. They've been a perennial contender for 10 years now. Like, it's time to get over that. But when you see that, do you feel a little for the team, like the fans? Like, you're kind of throwing it in our face here.
I think it depends on how the situation unfolded, right? Because, like, I think about in baseball right now, there is the new documentary that comes out about who killed the Montreal Expos. And the reality is, it was a whole bunch of different things. It was greedy ownership. It was poor ownership. And attendance in Montreal over the last few seasons in Montreal was poor. They were in the bottom 5 or 10 every single year. So there's blame to go around. So I guess it really depends on how it unfolds. Like, I feel bad for Supersonics fans. Like, they showed up every single night. They drafted Kevin Durant, and then they went, peace, we're leaving. Yeah. Those fans I do feel bad for, but I think there's scenarios in which I'm like, you played the Whalers were playing in a mall at the end.
That's their thing. That's someone I was listening to something yesterday. It was the Jeff Marek show, and it was like, yeah, man, my first hockey game ever was at the mall. And I was like, oh, that's a fun name for it. And then I was like, wait, no, it was like attached to a mall. It was that's where they freaking played, and so it's like a little give and take, and it's the league has expanded so much where you think like they could support a small market like that now, but they would never go like to New England. They want to expand the game to the Sunshine States and all that. So I get it.
Yeah, just give Atlanta its 17th team. It's okay.
As an outsider looking in, I'm just like, yo, maybe I was gonna watch Carolina, Colorado, maybe I wasn't. Now I want to, like, actively am going to seek the game out and make it part of my night simply because of what the teams are wearing. And that's really effective marketing. But I do, like, it was the Colts a few years ago. It might have been Tony Dungy wearing the freaking thing. But they had, like, a throwback game, and it was a jacket celebrating all of their victories. And it was, like, Baltimore stuff. It's like, that's not yours. Like, that kind of thing is like, I'm like, that doesn't belong to you, because ultimately I think teams belong to their fan base, and everyone else is just like, I think they're public trusts, and you're just a renter, and you're like, you are a temporary service member if you're a player, you know? And when it's, yeah, man, that Super Bowl one, that's your, or was it Super Bowl 3? I guess they lost, but whatever. Yeah. That's not yours, ultimately. But with this, I think enough time has passed, and it's just kind of like they never got a team back. It's not like the market was able to put something together to make it work again. Like, Baltimore has a team now. Everything's cool. Like you said, scenarios. They moved out in the middle of the night just kind of stole the team away from the people. No, that's taunting them. Whereas like with Hartford and Quebec, it just kind of is what it is. But I am looking forward to that. So on the other side, we are going to talk more uniforms. We're going to talk about some of our favorite looks in sports. But right now, I got to tell you about our presenting sponsor. Whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. They've got new games like Huff and More Puff, Fireblaze, Sky Queen, and all your favorite casino classics right in the palm of your hand. We're talking blackjack, we're talking roulette, we're talking craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra. They've also got some slots based on your favorite streaming shows like The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, and nostalgic favorites like The Goonies. And right now is the time to get in. If you're not already a user, sign up and get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. All you got to do, super easy, go to betparx.com, download the app right now, and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino right at your fingertips. You must be 21 and in PA, Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for BetParx. You love to play, you play to win, you bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, you know there's no baseball tonight. You got to wait until Friday, but you know what there is tonight? The beginning of the 2026 basketball season. You can also get into all of the hockey that's going on, college football and pro football right around the corner for this weekend. If you call yourself a sports fan, you have to get Xfinity. So if you want to have the ultimate sports destination where you find all of the best games, your favorite teams, all in one place, and the way that you watch becoming next level, that's where Xfinity comes in. It is the perfect fan flex where you get all of that action right there in your living room. Plus, with their best picture and sound enhanced with 4K, it's going to feel like you're at the rink or the arena or the ballpark. You don't have to leave your couch. You can stay comfortable right in your living room. And sometimes you can watch as many as 4 games at once because why not? You can do it with Xfinity. And on top of that, you get real-time notification and live stats right there on your TV. So the next game day, make sure that big fan in your life isn't a big fail. Head on over to Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that.
All right, welcome back. It is time for a little talk about our absolute favorite looks in sports. And outside of one where I broke my own rule, I'm going to try to exclude Philadelphia teams because, like, listen, that's, like, I wear a Philly hat every day. You know, like, yes, these are my favorite freaking looks. So I just saw, Flyers 2000 black jerseys. We're going to do NHL first. And, yeah, every Flyers jersey is, like, one of my favorite jerseys in hockey outside of, like, the 50th anniversary one. Maybe that 3D video game one you and I were talking about yesterday, Tyler, just because it was like, yeah, what exactly are we doing here? But like, I love the logo, orange. I love loud, obnoxious stuff. It's very much who we are. So I'm going to shy away from Philadelphia things outside of one selection that people are absolutely going to freaking hate. But I have my reasons. But let's start in the NHL, where I am going to go with 2 classics, and I guess at this point it's a classic, but a newer school. Number 3 is the newer school one. It is the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, the original Ducks jerseys, the ones they wore in the movie 2 and 3, the eggplant and teal jerseys. I'm going to go with the home white just because I do, and at the time, home white, now teams wear their primary color at home and white on the road. But back then, whites were the home jerseys. The original Ducks jerseys are they're very cool. It's a great, like, classic crest logo, which is what I want in most of my hockey jerseys. Like, if you have words or something, I'm not all that big on it. But the look, the nostalgia of it's the freaking Mighty Ducks, the colors that are so different from really anyone else. We're going to talk about purple later on in this segment, and I don't think there's enough purple in sports. Who was it? Brian Burke, who was their GM at one point, talked them into changing their look and getting away from the teal and eggplant, and I think it was a huge mistake. But that's my number 3. Coming in at 2, maybe it's controversial because of the way things have gone in the world. And listen, no, human beings probably shouldn't be logos. But the Chicago Blackhawks jerseys, one, I just think like the Chicago Blackhawks have handled what they've done, like with their logo and the Native American community in a much more respectful way than like the Cleveland Indians did, if we're going to compare levels here. And they're just such classic, good-looking freaking jerseys. Any version of the Blackhawks jersey, I think, is cool as hell. But the classic whites, and I had to, of course, take the photo from the 2010 Stanley Cup Final because I like torturing myself that way. That's going to be my number 2. And coming in at 1, come on. I mean, it's the Red Wings jersey. I think this might be the coolest jersey in all of sports. They're home white, and this is from a Stanley Cup Final. Yeah, this is the 97 Final. It's just, again, big crest logo, so clean, very easy, 2 colors, some stripes. I love, like, just classic, clean hockey jerseys like that, Tyler. As he's beating the button.
7 times it took me. 7 hits it took me to get this thing out. So I think that you hit a lot of good ones. I think for our generation, Bill, the Ducks one is so big. The one that you didn't mention that I wanted to add because I love this jersey myself, and I have no affinity towards it or affiliation towards it, but the blue Toronto Maple Leafs jersey is just very classic. It's crisp. They haven't. When you have a team that hasn't had to do a whole lot with your logo over the years, like they've sharpened the leaf, and then they've dulled the leaf, and then but like they've really not done much with it. That blue jersey is just clean. It's classic. It's timeless.
When we get to baseball, like I left baseball up to Tyler because my thoughts on baseball jerseys are give me powder blue or give me like a classic Yankees or Red Sox. Like I feel like putting on a Leafs jersey, a Montreal jersey, a Red Wings jersey. It's like you just put on a Yankees or Red Sox jersey. Like at some point in your career, you would want to play for that team, you know? Like that's kind of just to have said you wore that jersey. I feel like that's where we go with that. Speaking, since the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim were part of the NHL, my favorite NHL jersey looks, I got to remind you to go to allphly.com/events and book your trip to Anaheim. We are doing a California takeover with Philly Sports Trips. We are heading out from March 17th to the 22nd to Anaheim. We're going to see the Flyers and Ducks, say hello to Cutter Gauthier in Anaheim. We are going to see the Flyers and Kings at the arena formerly known as Staples. We're going to have a watch party for the Sharks game, and John LeClaire is coming with us. This is the trip of a lifetime. Philly Sports Trips does an awesome job. They helped us with our draft party this past season. It was our best draft party ever. They sent us to Montreal at the end of last year, and it was one of the best trips I've ever been on. Anaheim's going to blow that away. March 17th to 22nd. Book it now. allphly.com/events. All right, the NFL is where I mixed it up a little. Because, hot take, I think most football jerseys are bad. They're plain, they're boring, there's no logo. It's just numbers on usually just one primary color with some stripes or whatever. The helmets can be cool, but like outside of just a really cool standout color, there's just nothing to football jerseys. I think they're boring. But we have had some absolutely terrible throwbacks that I think are the best jerseys in the NFL. I'm going to highlight one Philly jersey in this segment, and this is where we're going. Oh, yes. Give me those gold and blue Eagles jerseys. They wore them all of one time in, I think it was 2007, and they put, I think, 47 or 48 points on the Lions that day. I said they should have worn them again just because, like, why the hell not?
Yeah, these are absolutely preposterously
They're so
bad.
Ugly.
They
are
so bad.
Freaking ugly. Everyone remembers this as the Kevin Curtis game because he almost broke the franchise record for receiving. I remember it as the Tony Hunt game. That's for you, Tyler, because he scored his first and only NFL touchdown in that game.
That's Penn State legend Tony Hunt right there.
Penn State legend Tony Hunt, absolutely.
Yeah, those are brutally bad.
They are so freaking ugly. But to me, that's what makes a great NFL jersey, because otherwise they're boring. So I had to go with these at 3, and then maybe a rival in terms of ugliness. These Steelers jerseys, man, and they had like a few different weird Bumblebee versions, but this is my favorite with the blocked numbers and the ridiculous, like, I don't know, prison stripes or whatever the hell they're going for. These look like a movie from the 40s, like in a jail. I don't know how else to describe them, They're just absolutely terrible looking jerseys. And that's what I'm going for when it comes to the NFL. I will say, though, I had to throw in one serious one, and I have always loved the Ravens look.
Is that Dion?
That is Dion. I loved Dion with those Ravens teams. He chose number 37 because he was 37 years old, and when he took a pick six back, he wanted everyone to see his age. And I thought that was so badass. I wore 37 in lacrosse because of it. The purple, again, I don't think there's enough purple in sports. I could have gone with any of their combinations. If they do the black jersey with the purple pants, I think that's cool. The purple with the white is good. Even their whites are not terrible. But those are some of my favorite NFLs. Tyler, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think I guess I was thinking more along the lines of ones that are actually good. I think the throwback Seahawks ones that they've broken back out are pretty cool.
Those are decent.
I'll be honest with you, I am not the biggest creamsicle fan, like the Buccaneers creamsicle fan, but I do really like their color scheme now. The pewter and the black and the red, I think it works well together. I like the Bucs jerseys now a whole lot better, quite frankly.
I think I know I chose a Red Wings jersey, so oh yeah, you chose a red. I just think everybody uses red, and that's why I don't think I own a real just regular red Phillies hat. I had an 08 World Series one, and then I painted in it, and it got ruined. I don't own one of just that regular hat because I just don't like red that way. And the Bucs, I will say that look that they have now. Also, I hate the Bucs, so maybe that's part
other
of it.
One that I think is super clean is the lighter blue helmet with the orange jersey for the Denver Broncos. I think that one's super clean.
I like that one a lot. I like the. I don't know if they still wear them. They just wore those bright yellow monstrosities. The Chargers did, but those
not good.
The powder blue throwbacks that the Chargers would wear in the LT. Rivers era. I thought those were obviously really cool, but you know what? I wanted to go with ugly ones in the NFL because I think that's what makes a great football jersey, is it just standing out and looking ridiculous. All right, we are going to cover the NBA and Major League Baseball in just a second, but first, I got to tell you about Bucci Jewelers. Fellas, we all know the feeling. You walk into a jewelry store trying to pick out something for your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, and suddenly you are in over your head. You're thinking, what's the difference between all these diamonds? What if she doesn't like it? Cut, color, clarity. I don't know what these words even mean, let alone what their value is. It can be extremely stressful. You're going to spend a bunch of money and you don't know what the hell you're doing. That's why working with Joe and Michelle at Bucci's Jewelry and Design has been such a game changer. These guys make the whole process seamless. From the minute you walk in, they treat you like family. They actually listen. They help you figure out what she'll love. And then their team designs something completely custom right there in-house. There's no pressure, no pushy sales vibe, just good people who love what they do. And the end result, something you're going to be proud to gift and she'll never forget. So next time you need that perfect piece, go see Joe and Michelle at Bucci's Jewelry and Design. 30 plus years in the game, voted Phillies #1 jeweler year after year. Over 1,000 five-star reviews speak for themselves. Check them out today at BucciJewelers.com and tell them the guys at PHLY sent you.
All right, whether your home needs a little bit of TLC or you're thinking about taking that next big vacation, whatever it might be, you know that you need to get some money. And one of the best ways to do it is with TrueMark Financial's HELOC Select. The rates have just dropped, so it's even more affordable now to use your home's equity to work how you want it to work, whether you need that new kitchen or you got a big AC repair coming up, you want to knock out some credit card debt, whatever it might be, HELOC Selects help you access, and they can access all your cash at once or whenever you need it. It provides you total flexibility, just like a good game plan should. So head on over to TrueMark.com/PHLY or visit one of TrueMark's 24 branches to make it happen today. You can get in the game beginning today, and you don't have to worry about it, thinking about it for weeks and months now. Just go do it. If you need to use your home's equity to work, you can do it with a HELOC Select from TrueMark Financial. Federally insured by the NCUA, equal opportunity lender, and MLS number is 404938.
All right, welcome back. We're going to knock out some of our favorite jerseys to wrap up today's show, and then maybe do a little on this date as well. Let's hit the NBA with best looks. To me, it's just all about the 90s, like the absolute freaking best, like the starter jacket era, and that's where I went with these. So let's, what did I have even? Yeah, number 3, I went Vancouver Grizzlies. It's cool as hell, man. Like the stylized font, like we were talking about with the original Avalanche jerseys the other day, like just having a little bit different of a font and wearing the bright, loud color, the logo on the shorts. I just think that is freaking fantastic. Number 2, I love a pinstripe jersey, and that's where we come in with the Charlotte Hornet, that was the Orlando Magic. That's going to end up being number 1. I don't remember what order I gave them to Tyler in. But those jerseys, I mean, the team was cool. It's Shaq, it's Penny, it's the black and white pinstripe. Like, that's just a badass jersey. I had an Orlando Magic starter jacket when I was a kid because everyone had one of those starter jackets. The Magic, the Carolina Panthers, like, those things were freaking everywhere in the 90s. And that gets us to the Charlotte Hornets. And how do you not go? How do you not go with a picture of Muggsy, whose jersey isn't even in the frame? But I love a pinstripe basketball jersey. I think that's so different. There's like a Chris Paul version of those that was decent as well. But I had to go 90s there. You had a couple of thoughts that didn't quite make it,
I mean, I think they're also 90s based, right? The Toronto Raptors, purple Jurassic Park looking ones are there. And then the Detroit Pistons, the ones with the actual like engine and tailpipe and everything. I thought they were pretty cool. But I agree with you. I think it's a 90s based thing. I think NBA jerseys peaked in the 90s and early 2000s without question.
If I hadn't already included a Philly team with the NFL jersey, I would have gone ridiculous there and gone with the Sixers with the stars and like that terrible Barkley jersey with the stars and everything on it. Oh, it was just absolutely terrible. But there's some actually really good ones. Yeah, I see the Supersonics are getting mentioned. Like those 90s NBA jerseys, man, just cool as hell. Everything is so like formal and clean now, and I just like let's make it ridiculous again. That's what the world is missing. Whimsy. Not enough whimsy in the world these days. All right, and finally, we're going to Major League Baseball. And like I said, I'm leaving this to Tyler because my answer is either classic, like Yankees, Red Sox sort of thing, or any team in powder or baby blue. We're talking the Phils throwbacks, the Brewers, like the 80s Brewers ones. They're great. The Blue Jays, even currently, give me those. Sick. Whatever. I dig that look so freaking much. I just think it's a great color. Looks awesome on TV. All right, Tyler.
Yeah,
what are you doing for
number
us here?
3, I'm going to go with jerseys that have been worn recently. Now, they don't necessarily have to be in terms of like they're currently wearing them, but have been worn recently. Number 3, I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners teal. I think it's just a beautiful jersey. It's so nice. It's so clean. I think it works really well with the teal and the dark blue. I really, really like this jersey at number 3.
And as a hat guy, I love their logo. Like if I could bring myself to wear other teams' stuff just because it was cool, Seattle would be one of the hats I would rock.
Number 2, I don't have a picture of it. I apologize. I didn't get that one done. But number 2, I'm going to go with. Now, this is probably an unpopular opinion because a lot of people don't like this organization right now because of what they've done, their ownership has done to the team. But the green Oakland A's jerseys are really, really nice. The green with the yellow trim, I think it stands out. You could even go with the elephant hat if you want.
Elephant hat, yeah.
But the green with the Oakland A's is really nice. Now, I'm going to go with my favorite jersey I have ever seen. Just got taken off of the menu this year. Just got removed for a different jersey. A City Connect jersey replaced this one, and it's nowhere near as good. And if you know what I'm talking about, you either love these or have no feel for them at all. I think the Washington Cherry Blossom jerseys are beautiful.
You know what? I don't like the hat a little bit, but the jersey itself, at first I'm like, yeah. And you know what? It's different.
It's
freaking different.
The pink and gray works so well together. Nobody else does it. It is just a beautifully clean jersey. I wish they would bring them back. They are so nice.
No, I dig that. And I like the idea of the A's as well. I actually have an Oakland A's hat because, like, hey, I have like 2 Philly A's hats. Why not complete the collection? And my high school, as you can see, Clearview, I have the helmet too. We were green and gold. So, like, that's like I'm always positively predisposed to green and gold stuff, Tyler. All right. That is that. I did want to tell you, but we can talk about the chair company tomorrow. On this date, I want to hit real quick. October 22nd, 1980, the Phillies celebrated their World Series win from the day prior, which is crazy to me. They won the World Series on October 21st, and today, the 22nd, they celebrate with their parade. The MVP of that World Series, Mike Schmidt, just a real nice 381 batting average and a 714 slugging, 2 home runs and a double. He drove in the winning runs in the clinching Game 6. Carlton went 7, gave up a run, struck out 7. The closer line to that game, so interesting to me, Tyler. Tug McGraw gets the 2-inning save. We've all, every Philadelphia fan has seen the video. He jumps in the air, and they clinch the World Series. He pitches 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 3 hits. He threw like 50 pitches.
Oh, yeah, typical of a closer.
Baseball's changed.
Back in that game, they basically were like, all right, you're up, buddy.
Here you go.
It's your ball. Win or lose the game.
You see, like, oh, yeah, he got the save in the clinching World Series game. You're like, oh, okay, so he probably like, oh, yeah, 2 strikeouts, pitched the 9th. Like, no, 2 strikeouts, 5 base runners through 2 innings. And it was like, this is your game, kid. Go ahead.
They were talking about on the broadcast the other day. They're like, well, this is Jeff Hoffman's most pitches in a game, and he had like 31.
30. This was to close the World Series, 48 or 49 for Tug. Like, it's very funny how the game has changed. But on this date in 1980, the Phillies celebrated their very first World Series with a parade. Over 100,000 down at JFK. They said 500,000 others lined the streets, lined Broad Street for the parade. Just an absolutely freaking awesome day. And I know 2008, that very first one for me, was one of the best days of my life. So I can't imagine what it was like back then. All right. That is all the time we have for you on Philadelphia today. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow us right here on YouTube. Hit the like button. 19 likes. We need more than that. Follow me on Twitter at Philadelphia PHLY. I'm also on Blue Sky, Instagram, wherever. Just search Bill Matz. You'll probably find me. And follow the podcast wherever you get those. Just search Philadelphia. All right, that is it. I am Bill Matz. Thank you to Tyler Zulli for producing. Till tomorrow, be excellent to each other.
We all silly like the mayor.